Okay. Out on my wrist, counted and spin it. Man at the coop, mine with no tenant.
It's Yasmin, and you are now tuning into Style Doll NYC. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you can be notified anytime I upload any new videos. This week's video is going to be about my love for Versace sunglasses. It's a little bit of a story behind this one, but if you are on the brink of trying to decide whether you want to invest in a pair of Versace sunglasses, this video is here to help you out and help you decide. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys, so you know I had to go ahead and break out the blonde because we about to talk about Versace, you know what I'm saying? Versace. And it would only be right if I had blonde hair on today, but Versace sunglasses. Okay, first of all, I have a very unhealthy obsession with sunglasses. Like, I'm never at a point where I'm just like, I have enough sunglasses, I'm done. It never happens. Anytime I get a new pair, I'm always just like, ooh, those are fire. I need to add those to my collection. So that's been going on for a few years. And because of that, I have established a pretty healthy collection of shades, so to speak. But with that being said, my obsession for Versace sunglasses goes back to me being a kid, quite honestly. Like, I remember watching the Biggie One More Chance video, and you know, there's that scene where he's like sitting on the throne, and he says that line like, watching you through Versace shades, and I was just like, ooh, you know, being a kid, but like, I'm like, oh, this is cool, you know, and I just loved his whole vibe, and he was all just like, it's just dope, right? So that kind of like stayed with me, and just, I mean, everyone knows throughout the 90s and even till today, to be quite honest, Versace was so iconic. So with that being said, it just stayed with me. So as I started to develop my sunglass collection, I added brands. Like, one of my first pairs was Dior. My first designer shades were Dior. And it was a cat eye. I remember I really loved those. I actually lost those, in which that was tragic. But after that, I got a pair of Celine's. Those were dope. Saint Laurent, Gucci, etc. Not to spend too much time on that. But last year or the year before, so maybe 2 seasons ago, Versace started to release some of their more heritage-shaped sunglasses, you know, from the archive. And at that point, that piqued my interest. I was just like, oh my God, like, this is my opportunity to get maybe some of the Versace shapes that I had been wanting. So one of the first shapes I saw them reemerge with were, they call them the Biggie Shades, and they're essentially the ones that B.I.G. wore, the ones that I just discussed. However, they started to release other styles, which I thought were pretty sick, excuse me. I'll bleep that out. They were really stylish. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the 2 pairs I invested in and why I love them and why I recommend them to you. We're going to start with the tributes. Okay, that intro was very dramatic, but you get where I was going with that, right? Okay, so these are called the tributes, and I got these maybe like a little bit over a year ago. And these are pretty, you guys are seeing my ring light. That goes to show you how obscure these are, which I love, and I'll touch on why I love obscure sunglasses. These are from their archive, and as you can see, they are more of like a cat eye shape, kind of reminiscent a little bit to the really large wayfarers that, or wafers, excuse me, that Audrey Hepburn had on in Breakfast at Tiffany's. So these are really dramatic. I'm kind of like giving like little Kim vibes right now. Like, and what's really cool about these is that, you know, you have the Versace Medusa head on the side, like very prominent. And I don't know, I feel fly in these. If you were looking at these are definitely a go. Like, pull the trigger, do it. Yeah, these are really cool. So why I love obscure sunglasses, because it kind of provides you with like a little bit of anonymity, you know, like you get to kind of like create a separation between you and whatever is going on around you. Love sunglasses indoors, love that. Pretty obnoxious, I'm into it. But yeah, these are the tributes. These came in multiple colors. So I think they came in like the very popular like Versace print. It's like the Italian Baroque gold print. They also came in a couple of other colors. I want to say they most of their sunglasses, if they come in black, they come in Havana, which is like the tortoise type of pattern. But yeah, these are the tributes. Now let's move on to the crystal. All right, now these are called the Versace Crystal. I believe they call them like a cat eye. They call them like an irregular cat eye, which as you can see, it still has like some of like the key shapes of a cat eye, but it's a little bit more angular, in which I find these very dramatic. These are a little bit more modern looking. I think these are very much so like the shape that was really popular for women back in the 90s. Outside of the bug eye ones that Lil Kim used to wear, those are fly. I have not invested in those yet, but maybe those are next on my list. But as you can see, these are pretty obscure as well. I definitely think that the tributes are a little bit darker, but these are really, really just as nice as well. If you look at the Versace logo, it actually has crystals in it, and that's why it's called the crystal. So these are a little bit more like opulent. I pull these out when I'm trying to stunt. Camera. I pull these out when I'm trying to, these are my stunner shades, you know what? I'm just kind of just like, you feel me? You feel me? But yeah, these are pretty awesome. I believe they re-released these last fall, so they've been out for a little bit more than a year. These were kind of hard to find, so if you're interested in these, you need to get on it, because the tributes I actually got from Versace, and these I ended up getting from like Neiman Marcus or something like that, because they were like one of the only sites to have them, or Nordstrom, one of the end retailers. But yeah, these are the Versace crystals. So what's really cool about Versace sunglasses is that they come in a really nice sturdy case. You know, it's the type of case that when you close it, it makes like a loud noise. Okay, that was loud, sorry. But yeah, they come in this really, really cool case, so they're really protected when they're in your bag, or if the case was to fall, they would be fine. They also come with, of course, a cloth to keep your glasses clean. Because these glasses are black, like things like fingerprints or like makeup, like it becomes really prominent. So you just want to make sure that you always take this with you, so that you can just always clean them up when you need to. But yeah, overall, good investment. As I mentioned, I have a nice, healthy collection going. I have a new pair that I'm getting soon, in which I don't want to spoil it. They're not like brand new or anything that's like new to the market, but I do want to do a video on it because I had to hunt these down. You guys know how I get when I want a product similar to Kylie Jenner sneakers. If you haven't watched that video, check it out. That was a fun little hunt that I went on to get those sneakers. Yeah, Versace sunglasses, get them. Well, that's all for this week, guys. If you're digging what I'm saying, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and tell a friend. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram. My name on Instagram is Glamour Girl Dolly, and I'll go ahead and add it at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.